4 musicians and their manager made this film. Other musicians appear in it. Some just didn't make it. Factory Records, a partnership, a business, a joke. The cast, the unemployed actor, Erasmus, the talking head, Wilson, the artistic student, Saville, the mad professor, Hannett, the Perry boy, Gretton, the used car salesman, Boone, the interrogator, Mitchell, the angry young man, Cassidy, the angry young woman, Anand, the man in bed, Schaumburg, the man in the pub, Shelley! From the heart of Manchester, we bring you The Word Came Out of L.A., son of Out of the 20th Century. This is the front garden of Anthony Howard Wilson. He thinks he runs a record company in his spare time.
Blue Monday's got to be 7-inch, you know. We'll sell 500,000.
He had 4 partners.
I think you've got a very smart bunch of lawyers.
And then there were 3.
Well, I didn't really leave Factory Records. I just had to go on and do some more work.
And then there were 2.
You seem to have been taking a bit of a back seat lately, Alan. Why is this?
I've dreaded somebody asking me that question.
I would have done a lot of things different. I would have signed a lot of different bands. Would have got rid of a lot of bands.
They also have a club. Occasionally, they have a hit. And then there's the musicians. This is one of them in slow motion.
I was not your best dress.
No,
Sorry, please, please. I think you have to step over my legs there, right?
Right. Can you tell me briefly about Factory Records? Yeah, what's it all about?
What's it all about? The truth. I could give you 18 different truths or loads of different stories, but they all come down to praxis. Do you know what praxis is?
Practice, no.
Have you ever heard praxis makes perfect? Praxis is the idea that you do something because you want to do it, and after you've done it, you find out all the reasons why you did it. And I could give you 100 great reasons: political, ideological, aesthetic. I mean, I like the friends I made in punk working as a journalist in 76 and 77, didn't want to lose them. I'm trained as an academic. I wanted to do experiments, laboratory experiments in popular art. Experiment with people like you see. Your experimenter with me in the bath. I wanted to make political experiments as to how you could function politically in the marketplace. But all those things, which I might say were the reasons, I've only found out they were the reasons for doing it by doing it. Yeah. You just do it. I mean, just everything we did, everything you've done, everything we've all done, just because you wanted to do it. I can think of great reasons afterwards, but it'd be dishonest.
If you were in sole charge of Factory Records, what would be the first thing that you'd do?
Sack Rob Gretton.
Well, if he was in charge of Factory Records, Tony Wilson would have gone.
Oh, I did get on with Tony, yeah, but there was just a lot of things that I had to do.
Do you like Tony?
Yeah, a lot.
Trying to talk to that fucking one-way mirror that is the chairman of the board.
Who, Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
So, don't you ever get bored or fed up with it all?
Yeah. You know what makes me fed up?
Go on.
Musicians. Pills, Martin, pills. Anybody else want, any of you miserable musicians want any more pills? You want pills? Pills.
Yeah, turn me on to the pills.
Yeah, free pills. So, are you all happy with the way it's all going? See, Bruce, there's a guy at the back over here, right? How many years has he been in the music business? Looks like 40. It shows.
Man and boy?
Man and boy. About 35 years.
Well, the longest period has been with Factory Records. I want you to know that.
How do you feel about
Bruce
it?
has got a sandwich.
Well, I'm a bit disturbed by the man who's in charge of our destiny. I want to know, do you know what you're doing?
Nice one, Bruce.
Hooray.
Do you really know what you're doing? You know, you've got a successful company.
From minute to minute, I know what I want.
Which isn't the same.
It might change.
Well, that's no good to us, is it?
Right, so if you two were head of Factory Records and you had all, you know, the resources, it's got all the money in the bank and everything, what would you do with it all?
Sack Martin Hannett.
Well, how did you get involved with, dare I say it, Factory Records?
Well, after I invented it, I did some talent spotting. I got a talking head and a hitman and some groups.
This is your recipe for success?
Every time.
What makes somebody want to start a record company and put records out?
Idiot enthusiasm, mostly.
I didn't really think about where it'd go. I was in it for the moment.
This would be about the time of the punk thing.
Yeah, that would be. But the idiot enthusiasm lingers on.
Punks grow older, don't they? You can't stay a fucking
people
punk
change
all
because
your life.
people get bored.
I wanted to talk, yeah. I love talking. Yeah, I'd say that something that no one else has mentioned in this programme, and I know because I'm making it, is that Factory is very much to do with punk, and punk, as we say here, and no one else has mentioned that basically it was to do with changing the way things operate.
Do I think it's still a punk label? Oh, yes, certainly. We'd have Sid Vicious back any time.
White wine. I haven't got any white wine.
Ask him about your last week's
Someone go find out where the white wine is. I don't know where
Tony, why is it when we want to see you, we can't see you?
I don't know, you must be blind. I'm here.
Well, every time I need you, you're not there. I don't drink pills. Ginger beer, please.
Have a glass. It's called style. Not being available is style.
Yeah.
It would be a shame, wouldn't it, that if a group didn't succeed as well as they could do because his theories were holding them back.
You see me every Saturday night in here. What do you say? You say aye, I say aye.
Yeah, but every time I go to talk to you, you're running off with some skaggy somewhere or whatever. Every time I want to talk, I'll be back in a minute. I'm back in a minute.
Listen, we've got a lot to talk about, you and me, haven't we?
Yeah, I know, and you said... Like,
No, we got a lot to talk about. This is a very complicated matter, this, you know. Money, big money. Right. And we're waiting until either you say you want to talk to us or we say we want to talk to you. Now, we're going to say we want to talk to you in 3 weeks' time if you haven't said it before that. And we decided that 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It's all planned. It's all strategy.
Last time I seen you, you said you wanted to talk to me. And you said, hang on a minute, don't go away. I'll be here. And I waited till 2 o'clock in the morning. And where was you? You weren't there.
I must have had a drink.
See, that's what I mean. That's why I was saying, when I want you, you ain't there.
I'll be there when you need me. When you want me, I'm not there. When you need me, I'll be there. That's the difference.
And that annoys me about Factory as well, because you have to stand there out in the desert, holding on to your own little truth, waiting for the boat to come in.